So what we're doing is something called the Americans, where we go around the country doing stories for Fox's local stations, not Fox Cable, but Fox in LA, Fox in DC, in Detroit, Chicago, da 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 da. And what we're trying to do is come from Detroit to take a look at the rest of the country to see if we have anything in common, what we're all talking about. And we do. And the main thing I see, black, white, Christian, Muslim, Jew, liberal, Democrat, conservative, Republican, everybody hates the government. Everybody feels failed. That's what I'm noticing.
You talked a lot about Detroit being kind of like a microcosm for the rest of the country. Just give us kind of an update.
How's that all matched together?
Yeah.
Well, Detroit went bankrupt. The jobs left, the blue collar jobs, the stuff, we make stuff and that creates the value in a dollar, and what we got away from was working, and now we trade exotic bits of paper, credit default swaps, mortgages, tanning salons. Does that really make a coherent society with a valuable currency? Why does Detroit matter to LA? Well, the report just came out. LA's poor, the people are poor, LA's financials are horrible. They've got looming pension doom coming. They don't know how to pay for it. That's what got Detroit into bankruptcy. So you can look at Atlanta, very same thing. You can look at Chicago in the state of Illinois, the very same thing. Baltimore, the very same thing. The only places where it seems to be working is DC and New York, which has Wall Street. And that's really not indicative of the American way of life.
Sure. There's the Bay, too.
There's the what?
Silicon Valley, that area.
Yep, there's that. Oh, Chicago's got its district, but state of California, what's its budget outlook? They say it's better. Jerry Brown's pulled some miracle off, but what's the debt? How are we going to service this debt if everybody's getting poorer, if middle class household medium income is sliding? How are we supposed to pay this stuff back? We're going to just kick it on our kids? I believe the Dow's a house of cards. I believe the new real estate bubble's a house of cards. Don't you? Do you?
I do.
Yeah, me too. Scares me, angers me. I look at the GM bailout, I see what GM was doing, I see how the government managed it, mismanaged it, and I'm angry. You know what reporting is? It's for people too ugly to be in the movies. So, that's all I gotta say.
So you're not a reporter?
I'm a reporter.
Because that's the thing,
but not a journalist.
You're a very good-looking guy, and you come across.
Hey, thanks, man.
You come across
Do I look fat in this? Because I'm 48. It's yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger once told me, he says, once you're 50, you cannot eat whatever you like.
So.
I went motorcycle riding with Schwarzenegger a couple times. The governor, when I was working out here. Guy's a trip, man.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah. Let's see. What do you want to know?
What does he eat?
Well, we would motorcycle ride through Malibu. We'd stop at some biker joint, and what's his name? Cameron, the director. What's his name? James Cameron. Roseanne Barr's ex-husband. What's his name? Tom Arnold. That's his crew. Franco Colombo. It was funny, and they all just pick on each other, and they get eggs and coffee, and Tom Arnold, man, this guy, he's making fun of my bike because it's a little Harley, and he's got this big Harley, and I say, well, what kind of Harley is that? And he doesn't know, and I'm saying, oh, shut up, man. The only tool you put on your bike is a feather duster. You know what I'm saying? And Schwarzenegger, it's all chrome. He's like Ben-Hur, and he rides like this, and you're not allowed to pass him. Nobody passes, Schwartzy. Yeah, it was good. It was funny, man.
What else did you say that you did recently? I don't want to go too deep. The stories that I still know about are the Detroit stories.
Okay.
I love that thing you did with the woman that called 911, and you hung out with her for half a day.
she waited for the cops,
Yeah,
and
she waited for the cops, and
I'm able to take a bath and go to the fast food joint a couple of times.
Talk about that? Can you give us that story? And then.
Yeah, look, you can do the journalism, the reportage. You work on it for 6 months, a year. You get your FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, the response times, crime's out of control, cops don't show up on an average on an emergency call for 58 minutes. Well, how bad? Why are people leaving? So people don't respond to that, the numbers and the, but you have to know what you're talking about, lay out the story. So finally, we're just sitting around, me and my partner, and I said, dude, we ought to just get one of these calls as it comes in and just go wait with her. So I got some friendly cops, and they give me a whole list, like 40 calls waiting, like one of them's 900 minutes. Shots fired, perpetrator in the neighborhood, 900 minutes old. You feel me? So she gets a B&E, working lady, one of our girls, one of the good ones. Comes back from work, somebody broke into her house, 1 hour, no cops, 2 hours, no cops, 3 hours, I'm taking a bubble bath, 4 hours, I'm reading to the grandkids. And finally the police notice our camera and they stop. This is outrageous. That's one of our girls that needs some muscle to come into the house, make sure nobody's there, at minimum. I'm no policing strategist, but I want the cops to show up when we need them. It's a basic, minimum component of American life. Yeah? Now, we spend lots of money. We talk about preschool education. We talk about helping rebuild the family. I don't know about that. Here's what I do know. I come from a single mom. When you mess up, you want to run into Uncle Copper, Come here, I want to introduce you to Auntie Judge. And the Auntie Judge is going to give you a choice. Here's some consequences for your actions. You can decide how your life wants to go. Me, I'm standing talking to you. So I have no hard on for police. Like, I love police, I'm not one of those. I just know we need a basic minimum standard of behavior. Why can't we have it? We pay taxes. Detroit's no different than LA. Same kind of people.
Do you have any good answers for it? I mean, I think of a parallel, I was just recently watching a documentary about the Koreatown, like the riots back in '92, and how the cops just didn't show up.
And you know what we did? We hired some professional police to run the LA Police Department. Bill Bratton, right? We got out of the culture. We brought new culture in. Broom it. No stealing, no killing, no sitting around. The homicide detectives in LA didn't work the weekends. They had the weekend off. Well, when does homicide happen? On the weekend. Doesn't take a genius. So that's what we need. We need professional, decent police that don't treat you like an animal, that do their job. And if we have those, then I salute you. Then that's part of the solution.
I want to ask you, because I haven't heard your take on poverty tourism.
Well, people don't come to Detroit for poverty tourism, because when people come to Detroit, including people that live around Detroit, they want to pretend as though 700,000 people don't exist there. They pretend like it's Pompeii and nobody's there. They come to look at the buildings. I can't blame them. I'm from there. It hurts. It hurts because that factory you're looking at and go, ooh, wow, it's incredible. Grandpa worked there. It's kind of too soon for us, right? But having said that, having lived in LA and New York and then come home 20 years later, you do look at it and go, what the fuck? This is crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Why can't we do something about it? The unanswerable riddle, apparently. Why can't we do something? So I don't have a problem personally with it, as long as we're not talking about the people as garbage, because they're really not. They're really good people. I love it there. I chose to move back so my daughter can be of that culture. That's how much I love it. But yeah, fuck it. Why don't you come in, take some pictures, and drop some dough? I'm good with it. It's what we got.
I'm wondering, so like I said, you're a good-looking guy. You kind of take this sort of James Dean approach to being a reporter. Do you ever feel like you're maybe hamming it up a little bit, and that like detracts from like the serious stories that you do?
I don't give a shit. I'm not acting. This is me. I'm just gonna be me. If I ham it up, hey, guess what? I won a Pulitzer Prize. I'm here for a book. So you don't see me hamming it up, right? But if you're working in this medium, everybody's doing this. Everybody's a media sophisticate, right? How can I give you the medicine? By mixing it with lemonade. So, you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. Sometimes I don't ham it up. Like, we did one about justifiable homicide in Detroit. Now, when Trayvon Martin is killed, there's 40 of these in the state of Florida. Population 19 million, the year Trayvon Martin was killed. In the city of Detroit, population less than 700,000, we had 35. Does anybody care? Is there any strange, greased case that just got kicked to the side where no justice was done? Yeah, we got a guy put in prison. So I'm not gonna ham that up. We're gonna do the facts, we're gonna lay this out, we're gonna talk about the law, we're gonna talk about getting justice for people and creating a better society. So sometimes you ham it up, and sometimes you don't, like taking a bath. Well, we did no police showed up, and according to these FOIAs, it's 58 minutes, and they're lying to you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, but you didn't ask me about that. You asked me about taking a bubble bath, because that's so ridiculous, so hammy, it's so stupid, so incredible. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't, and never in life be afraid to fail. Just live. Don't be afraid to live.